Do something that pays well. It's all about the money. How are you going to afford that lifestyle with a job like that? There's no money in that profession. Chances are you've heard some version of these statements before, from parents, teachers, mentors, or even friends and family. While these concerns often come from a place of love and desire to see us secure and happy, they can also feel discouraging, like the people we care about don't fully support what we truly want to do. You've probably also heard phrases like, you can fail at something you don't love, so you might as well take a chance doing what you do love. That's great advice, but how do we even figure out what we do love in the first place? Before we can dive into finding passion and purpose, we first need to understand something called flow state. What is flow? Flow state, often described as being in the zone, is a mental state of intense focus and absorption, where time seems to disappear and everything feels effortless yet deeply engaging. It's that feeling of being so immersed in an activity that the outside world fades away. Athletes experience flow when they're performing at their peak, moving instinctively and reacting with precision. Artists feel it when they're lost in their work, creating without hesitation. Writers experience it when the words just click. But how do you reach that level of focus and passion? How do you go from being a viewer, someone admiring others who have found their flow, to being a doer? According to Steven Kotler, author of Rise of Superman and a leading researcher on optimal performance, flow is blocked when we have too much anxiety or external pressure weighing on us. To enter a state of flow, our intrinsic motivators, the things that naturally excite us and drive us, must align. So, if you want to experience deep engagement and fulfillment in your work, you need to find something that pushes you out of your comfort zone just enough to challenge you, but not so much that it overwhelms you with stress. In other words, you need to find what naturally draws you. How to discover your passion. Finding what you're genuinely passionate about can be harder than it seems. We're constantly influenced by social media, external expectations, and other people's opinions. These outside influences can drown out our instincts, making it difficult to recognize what truly excites us. One of the best ways to uncover your passion is to explore anything that sparks even a hint of curiosity. If something catches your attention on an instinctual level, if it pulls you in a way that you can't quite explain, give it the time and space to develop. This aligns with the science behind dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. When we engage in activities that naturally excite us, dopamine helps us stay energized and motivated. That's why people who truly love what they do often seem tireless. They aren't forcing themselves to work hard. They want to. Once you've identified something that excites you, the next step is figuring out how to attach meaning and purpose to it. Meaning versus purpose. What's the difference? Although people often use meaning and purpose interchangeably, they are not the same. Meaning is the why, the deep, overarching reason behind why you do what you do. It's what sustains you for a lifetime. Purpose, on the other hand, is the how, the specific goals and actions that you take to fulfill that meaning. Think of it this way. Meaning is the foundation, while purpose is what you build on top of it. You can have a strong reason for doing something, but without purposeful goals to support that, the meaning can feel distant or unattainable. Many people struggle to find an ultimate meaning to life, searching for some universal truth that applies to everyone. But here's the perspective that helped take the pressure off me. There is no single meaning of life, at least not one that applies to everyone. And that's the beautiful part. If there was a set in stone meaning to life, it would take away the excitement of discovery, the ups and downs, the unpredictability that makes life worth living. Imagine a roller coaster. If it only went up, it wouldn't be very fun. If it only went down, it would be unbearable. If it was completely flat, it would be boring. Life is meant to be experienced, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. So instead of searching for some grand universal meaning, define your own. Find something that makes both your good days and bad days worth pushing through. Something that, even if money, success, or external rewards disappeared, would still bring you fulfillment. If you can answer the question, why is this still worth doing, even if everything else was stripped away, then you found something truly, truly meaningful. The abundance mindset. When you do what you do for the sake of the passion itself, not just for the money, security, or external validation, you begin to shift into an abundance mindset. Instead of seeing life through the lens of scarcity, which is worrying about job security, financial stability, or societal expectations, you start seeing it through the possibility and purpose. And ironically, when you operate from this mindset, the financial and external rewards often follow, because when you genuinely love what you do, you naturally become better at it. Passion fuels dedication. Dedication leads to mastery. Mastery creates value, and value attracts opportunity. Putting it all together. So, how do you take this philosophy and apply it to your own life? 1. Reconnect with your childhood interests. Think back to the things that fascinated you before external pressures got in the way. 2. Experiment and explore. Follow any instinctive curiosity and see where it leads. 3. Identify what brings you into flow. Pay attention to activities where time disappears and you feel deeply engaged. 4. Define your own meaning. Find a reason for doing what you love that goes beyond money or external validation. 5. Set purposeful goals. Use your meaning to guide your actions and continuously grow in your passion. At the end of the day, life isn't about finding the right path. It's about creating the one that feels right for you. So take the pressure off, explore freely, and most importantly, choose something that makes your time here feel worth it.